everybody, this is Sister Omi. I hope everyone is doing well. This is the birthday for Libra. I know I'm a few days late. Sorry about that, Libras, but happy birthday, Libra. And this is for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and this is for your birthday cycle. This is your new year. Libras are compassionate. Libras, the most of them love people. And this is for you. Okay? This is your birthday reading. And this is for all Libras, Sun, Moon, Rising. So, what I did is I have a crystal. I pulled 3 cards. And I have 3 oracle cards that are face down here that I'll pull up as we go. But first, let's just get into this, okay? We have the Ajot. See, if you want to look up the spelling, that's Ajoite. Ajot. That's really very pretty. It's like this part. It's like a white stone, but the top looks like a diamond. And so I'm going to put this right here for now. And I'm going to pull out the book and we're going to talk about this. It's interesting. I just said, okay, the Ajot. This is about compassionate being. Ajot brings about a profound spiritual revelation, drawing out karmic wounds. This crystal reframes cellular memory and past contracts. You are a being of infinite love and compassion. Find your core of ultimate peace and universal love. Release your toxic emotions, replacing them with forgiveness, compassion, and serenity. What you have been through allows you to appreciate the pain of another's path. However, do not absorb their pain. Remain dispassionate. Meaning, you can have compassion for them, but you don't have to take on their burdens, right? Detach gracefully and move on. Put down your burdens, knowing you are a being of light. Resolve any conflicts and forgive those who have wounded you. Honor your promises. Find the best solution for everyone. Let your dispassionate compassion encompass all. Charity or volunteer work may be nice, or be a good time to do that. However, this is encouraging you to immerse yourself in the love of the divine. Automatically leads to health and happiness. And this is in tune with the third eye, crown, heart, throat, and soul star chakra. Now, we just came through Virgo season, so Libra, you're like the bridge between Virgo and Scorpio. And so maybe something could have happened during Virgo season. Maybe you had a moment of enlightenment, or something touched you emotionally, spiritually, or physically. And then because Virgo season with this crystal could be relevant. Also Aquarius season, which is like end of January through February. But keeping an open, compassionate heart. But you don't have to take on other people's burdens. So I thought that was interesting because most Libras that I know, they can be they like everyone to be happy, even if it's at their expense. So what I think is interesting, though, with this reading, it's like you're coming through a breakthrough here. And even though this is your birthday cycle, maybe taking a little time to yourself and reevaluating so you can step into your glory. That's what I see here. Because first, the Ace of Swords. So there's some type of breakthrough, or there's a aha moment. If you have not been focused, That time is about to come to an end. Although pulling this card, what may be good, because this is of the mind. So if you clean your car, clean your room, things like that, especially if you haven't been focused, this is a good time to do all those things so you can get on point. And this will allow for a fresh insight. So clean your car, clean your room, clean your car, clean your room, clean your environment so that your mind is clear. Because this is like a bright idea. You have some idea. Now, this idea is devoid of emotion. Because remember, with this crystal, we said just show compassion, but you don't have to take on other people's burdens. And I look at this because it's been dark. So maybe that's that period you have come through, especially for those who have not quite focused yet. So this is it. So we want to clear all those clouds so you can really take advantage of this moment. Now, you could have had an idea, something has happened where you're starting to see things clearly, and we're talking about not getting too caught up in emotion. Okay? Because air is of the mind, thought. And we have the Hermit. So even with that, I have to go with the flow and say, I want to make sure you can still see the crystal card. Okay. Now, I with this crystal, so this is your birthday, this is your year cycle, so this is going to be a process. So maybe you could get yourself a crystal, wear it as a necklace, a ring, earrings, or, guys, you can put one in your billfold or wallet, whatever. Just an idea. Or you can just put it under your pillow so when you sleep, help clear your mind. But now we have the Hermit. And going back to that Ace of Swords, how we look in the background, how it's like cloudy, and how this crystal is saying the message is being compassionate without getting all involved. That's like taking on other people's burdens, getting in other people's business. You can show compassion, but you can detach from it. You don't have to take on all that stuff. So with this Hermit, maybe you've been distracted, or maybe you've been on a going here, going there, maybe somewhat unfocused or stretched to the limit. So this is an indicator here to maybe take some time alone. Take some time for yourself, and do that periodically. And just enjoy your own company. Do you ever just do something by yourself and you could just enjoy your own company? Something else that would be good with this card is get a pot of water, bring it to a boil, and maybe throw some cinnamon sticks in there, because the scent, that would be a good idea. Clean your room, or maybe get a cinnamon like incense. Or, pending, everyone's situation is different. These are suggestions. You can bring water to the boil and put in some cinnamon sticks, or light like a cinnamon incense, and just meditate. Take some time to just clear your mind. Get a cup of tea. Maybe just sit quiet, enjoy, some alone time. And then you could take a look at what's in front of you. Because if you notice, one thing with the Hermit card, his light is not that bright. However, it allows him the clarity, that aha moment, to see just what's in front of him, to know what steps you have to take. Evaluate what you need to do in order to accomplish, be whatever it is that you are, whatever your aha moment was, whatever that moment of clarity was, and in order to bring that into fruition, that's taking that time, and look at what's in front of you. And what I see here is And if you do that, this is the Emperor card. So this is about stepping into your power, more or less, coming into yourself. This is also, you know, the Emperor is like the family person. So it could be the Emperor or Empress. Okay, we're not going to get caught. Well, I don't want to get caught up in all that. But, you know, their family is important. So Libra, I'm sure your family is important, or they play a major part in your role. However, staying on point with this Ace of Swords and this Hermit, the Emperor is just very disciplined. He listens to his head and not his heart. So I really feel that Libra, maybe you've been led by your heart all this time and you need to think with your head. I'll give you an example. And this is just an example, so please don't get too caught up into that. You're in a relationship. You like this person. You have a true connection, physically, mentally, spiritually. However, this person is not going in the same direction you are, and they are a drain. So, what do? Well, for one, we look at this Ajoti. You could be compassionate with this person, but you may have to detach because you're not going in the same direction. And worst case scenario, they are a drain, physically, mentally, and spiritually. You know, they could be draining your funds. They could be draining your time. They could be a drain on your spirit because, you know, are we together? Aren't we together? Are we only together when I have money? Or when I could do something for you? So the Emperor here is about thinking with your head and not your heart. Yes, you do love this person, but they are a drain, physically, mentally, and spiritually. So you have to detach for your own well-being. And it doesn't mean that you hate this person. You still love this person, but you love yourself more. That's what this is saying to me. And even with this Emperor, because he's so disciplined, I have to encourage you again to clean your room, clean your workspace, and maybe even clean up your diet a little bit. Like instead of drinking sodas and all these juices, maybe you should just get you some good clean water and learn to value and respect yourself. That's what this is about. That's what this is about. And I understand, you know, the heart. However, this is a process. This is a process. And this Hermit is encouraging you to take self-evaluation. Spend some time with yourself. Like, ask yourself some hard questions. Although I really do believe this is a beautiful reading. And with this Ace of Swords, you got this aha moment. But in this situation, it may be like the Ace of Wands. You have this aha moment, but maybe it's time to cut some things. Now, this is in your mind. So in whatever situation you're in, you may have, this may be something within you, you know. These are decisions. So you've had habits. Now you can see that this just isn't working. So you have that aha moment where you're going to reflect on how you're going to detach. So you can become disciplined and step into your power. I think this is beautiful. And I really kind of think that says it all. I don't even think we need clarifiers on that. So we're going to go with it. Okay. So what I have also done is I picked 3 oracle cards. So the first oracle card is Trader. Exchange energy to create abundance. Wow. Isn't that what we just said? Some stuff you got to let go so you could have the things that you want in life. This is, wow. This could represent an opportunity to exchange talents, whatever it may be, in order to expand, or to be about the exchange of energies that come from the universe. If you're a creative person or consider yourself creative, when you share your talents, you are giving them. And when you do, so the universe will give you more in order for you to share more. You know, the universe operates under the law of cause and effect and is always looking to return to a natural state of balance. So if you're lacking in feelings of abundance at this time, you are being invited to share your time, gifts, and understanding with others. So if you're frustrated because something isn't unfolding in your life, instead of asking yourself what you can get, ask yourself, what can you give? And Libra, for you, what you can give is compassion without being taking on another person's burden. Compassion. I think this is, ooh, I thought that was kind of nice. Actually, this could also be within yourself, like feeling that if you, and like I said, feeling like you do this thinking you're supposed to get something in return, and maybe that's the lesson learned. That expectation. Exchange energy to create balance. Beautiful. Beautiful. That's why you need to clean your room, clean your workspace, clear your car, so you can clear your mind. Now, we also have here the tree. Y'all, I love the trees. This is the mimosa tree. Might, activity, energy, and faithful enthusiasm bring the sure beauty of your objective. There's a certain fulfillment here. This also is asking you to rebalance yourself emotionally and physically. And that could be with that trader, that exchange of energy, bringing yourself back into balance. Like, I'm doing this so I can get that. That's being out of balance. So this is to encourage you to rebalance yourself emotionally and physically. This also could say, like with business, if you have some, say this idea you have is for business, and you're going to think things through. All right, you had this idea, this aha moment, and you're thinking about how you could bring it about. And you know, the Emperor is about business. That's why he thinks with his head and not his heart. However, the Emperor, if he's in business, he's not in business, is more or less is just him alone or with family, because he is a family person. Emperor, Empress, okay? So, whatever you're putting some faithful enthusiasm in, rest assured, if you take the time, map out your plan, and get yourself disciplined, and be compassionate, even if you're being compassionate with yourself, but be able to attach, because as someone always said, this is Earth School, and relationships and all experiences help us to know more about ourselves, what we like, what we don't like, what we want. So there's really no such thing as a bad relationship. We know it could be bad. However, my point is sometimes we experience things just to teach us what we don't like, what we like, or what we need to do within ourselves. Earth School. These are all experiences, and we all go through them. So through everything you go through, you have to ask yourself. You don't have to, but hey, what did I learn from this situation? Okay, so distill yourself time. Okay, I gotta pull a book out on this. Give me a minute here. Time. Can you see that? Mythology teaches that the Minotaur haunts the labyrinth of the psyche. As you walk towards the center, the monster prowls and roars, trying to scare you off your path by revealing your fears, your inadequacies. But you're never truly alone. You have allies, and time, her scent, purifies your thoughts so that you can see what's true. Time kills off what's other, whether that's a germ, microbes, or thoughts, feelings. This is time's special magic. She calls your inner flame to burn the dross, distilling the spirit. Intuitively, she knows you from not you, and she sees you clearly when you cannot. Time is a powerful plant. Do not call her unless you're truly ready to be tempered in her flame. So this is about really understanding your journey. I think that's really interesting. So if you like to meditate, maybe use the crystal, or maybe, like I said, cinnamon, or just sometimes when you want to get down into your little hermit mode, sit quiet, maybe get some time and just burn it. But the labyrinth is an ancient construct meant to mirror our path through life, the twists and turns, the feelings of being so close to our goal only to be guided away. Unlike a maze, the labyrinth has no dead ends, no wrong turns. Walking, it eases the mind and relaxes the body. So this is asking you, especially looking at this reading, I think this is really beautiful, because this is about returning to your path. Okay, in your mind, you're going to say, whoa, let me just stop all this foolishness. Let me regroup. Let me get disciplined, and let me return to my path. Have you seen your true path and turned away, or have you stepped onto the path only to become unsure or distracted? Time is calling you back. If you accept, if you whisper yes, in the wee hours of the morning, you'll find time, both demanding and true. So what path will you walk? Which callings will you consciously deny? And which will you accept? Because this is interesting. Now, with that said, this could be a download. You intuitively know, but you're letting your emotions guide you into situations that may be taking you off your path. And sometimes spirit, God, your ancestors, Buddha, Muhammad, Jesus Christ, whatever. Sometimes things, and I'm not saying they actually test you. However, these things are part of life. This is really, are you strong enough to say, hey, I love you, but I have to continue on my path. I'm just using that as an example. This is not necessarily a love reading. I'm not telling people leave their relationships. I am asking you to take your own personal inventory and decide, What is this aha moment? What is this idea? What may be that you need to change, reflect on, and rediscipline yourself to return to your path? Libra, step by step, bit by bit, you will win. It's this, and with this Emperor, it is a good time to go into business by yourself. However, if it's like family, spouse, or child, something like that, because of this Emperor card, I would say you will have a lot of success. However, I want to encourage you to keep prayer in every venture, goal. Give thanks constantly for everything. I mean, say thank you that I made it to my car. Thank you that I made it to my job safely. Thank you I had something to eat. Constantly give thanks. And also, as I know the verse, but I can't tell you what it is. But as they say, with God, all things are possible. Right? And so realize this labyrinth of life, whatever, you could be compassionate with yourself. But however, you could be compassionate with yourself, but don't get too caught up in your feelings now, because your feelings really could be the distraction. Also, you could be compassionate with others. However, you have to do that from a detached way. You can't allow them to pull your resources. And that's being compassionate from a detached perspective. You can't, it's like, don't get in anyone else's business, because you need to take care of yours. All right? And with this Emperor here, whatever it is that you want to do, maybe you have children, you have family, that's your priority. And maybe say you're dealing with someone, they got children, they got family, but that's their priority. Not to say you're not compassionate, because you can understand, because you've had some life experiences that allow you to be compassionate. However, some of these things are distractions that are keeping you off your path of life. So you need to determine that aha moment, and really what's keeping you from your path, stepping into your power. Stepping into your power, Libra. Wow. What is your path? Go into hermit mode and figure it out. Because once you do, remember, step by step, bit by bit, you will win. All right? All right, you guys. Let me know what you think, Libras. Again, happy birthday, because this is quite powerful. You got the power in your hands. It's up to you. So, happy birthday, Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising. Let me know what you think. Feel free to leave a comment down below. Please like, share, subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. This is Sister Omi. Peace.